action learning set. Before you arrive at your action learning set, you will need to make sure you arrive at the problem or issue that you're currently having within your teaching. That could be an issue with questioning, using ILT, behaviour management or assessment for learning, or anything that you think is something that you're wanting to work on or develop. You'll also need to make sure you bring your reflection book with you, and somebody will need to make sure they have a stopwatch or a watch on them.
An introduction to the ground rules. So there's going to be 3 stages. You're going to follow the 3 stages through as an individual before then moving to the next group member. So the first stage is for 1 minute, and this is where you introduce your issue. Other group members during this stage are simply listening to what you're going to talk about and the issues that you're facing. The second stage is 7 minutes, and this is where other group members ask questions about perceptions of this issue. Quite important that they don't give the answers and they ask about different perspectives. The final stage, again, which is for a minute, is where the person summarises taking forward methods that they are going to use to try and resolve the issue.
For their exam techniques, which is something that we've not necessarily done before, so I'm looking at thinking about how they will write their exam questions, looking at the style that they're going to take the questions and looking at that.
Abby, after you've introduced your issue, I've got a few questions. First of all, how did your students perceive the change from QCF to NQF in the exam?
It's the first year that they've done it. They've come from school doing exams, so they're probably more comfortable with it than maybe I am. So they're used to sort of revising and doing that. It's sort of me getting used to maybe the style of how you might answer an exam question. I think is probably the bigger issue, or what I'm trying to, my expectations of what the learners need. From the questions that we've talked about, I think the next step for me is to sort of look at how we can improve the writing skills. So I'm going to take some of the past exam papers, look through some of those and take those through to maybe our GCSE English team and look at seeing if we can get a bit of a writing structure for the learners for when they need to interpret data and provide their own opinion on information.